It is Retro News Friday, and I've got some updated news on a live-action Tom and Jerry movie that's in the works right now. Also, a Night of the Comet reboot is being made, and there is a cool 3D Captain Marvel poster that we're going to talk about. And we got tons more stuff coming up, so don't turn that dial.
All systems are functional.
What up to my peoples, and welcome to Retro Crunch, your nostalgia channel where we talk about current news that relates to all things retro. Alright, so Tom and Jerry, awesome cartoon, has pretty much been on TV since the 1940s, and to this day is still one of the favorite cartoons among 80s and 90s kids. There has been 14 Tom and Jerry movies since 1992, but Tom and Jerry the movie was the only one that ever got a theatrical movie release in 1992. All the rest went straight to video. But in an update to the live-action Tom and Jerry news that I dropped about a month ago, I'll link to that news right up there. Warner Brothers has finally revealed that the so far untitled Tom and Jerry movie is going to be released on April 16, 2021. There's also mention that it's going to be a hybrid animation and live-action movie. But this sort of makes me wonder, like, are we going to see something that's kind of like Space Jam, where Michael Jordan was real in that movie, and then all the cartoon characters were just animated? Or are we going to see a mix of CGI and cartoon animation for the characters? I'd actually kind of like to see both. Maybe start the movie where Tom and Jerry are in a cartoon, but then they get pulled into the real world and they are lifelike, like some of the CGI animation that we've seen in movies in the past. I think it'd be kind of cool to see both sides. What do y'all think? The other thing that hasn't been announced is who is actually going to be starring in the movie. I'm sure it's going to be probably a well-known actor, whether it's going to be played like as a bad guy or a friend of the cartoons. Maybe like a Cameron Diaz or a Will Smith, I don't know. Anyway, come on Warner Brothers, inquiring minds want to know. And then next up, it was announced last year that we were going to be getting a remake of the 1984 classic Night of the Comet. But at that time, there wasn't really much news on the project. And then if you have not seen the movie yet, it basically starts out with a couple girls that survive a comet that crashes in California. And these girls wake up and find out that they're pretty much the only survivors left on Earth, but there is a bunch of zombies now. It's a pretty campy movie, but it does have a lot of funny one-liners, and I think I've watched this thing probably a couple hundred times as a kid during the summer. And then in an update during an interview with Roxanne Benjamin this week at South by Southwest Festivals in Austin, she said that they finished the script. She just didn't mention when they plan to start working on the movie. But I guess that's a little bit of information that we didn't have before. And if you remember Night of the Comet, let me know about it in the comments down below. I would like to know that I'm not the only one who really liked this cheesy flick growing up. Then next up, if you remember those Magic Eye books and posters from the 1990s, well, in a throwback promotion on Captain Marvel's Twitter, they actually posted 5 of those cool Magic Eye illusions. Man, those things drove me nuts. I usually saw them like in the mall, or sometimes when I went over to a friend's house, I'd see them in their bedroom. They were kind of fun, but after about 5 seconds of looking at it, once you saw the illusion, you were like, nah, okay. And then on to our Retro Flash news. If you were always like too lazy or didn't want to read Homer's mythical tales, the centuries-old Iliad has been made into a graphic novel. The books just came out on Tuesday, so go support your local comic book store. And for those that loved old-school game shows, the 1978 game show Card Sharks and the 1983 game show Press Your Luck are getting revivals. Also, if you want to feel older than dirt, Google just announced that they're 30 years old. And to celebrate, they posted a doodle of an old PC with a dial-up modem on their homepage, just to remind us how old we are. Alright, so if you liked any of the stories that I talked about today, I would love to hear from you so we can continue talking about this as a conversation down below. And if you like retro news and nostalgia stuff, definitely be sure to check out our next video right over there. Alright my peeps, I will catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.